All right, yes, people. Welcome to the Real Talk Football TV podcast, the Premier League debate show. It's been a while. But life's been a bit nuts right now with COVID and everything. It's been a bit crazy, but we've made it through. So happy New Year to everybody. We've got Tobias 1906 in the building. Yeah, let's start straight into it.
All good, man. All good.
You lot good?
Yeah. Some good football, some crap football, some some of that thing like missing all MOD. All of that.
To be fair, I think when we left, Liverpool were top of the league and Ole was still at United.
I'm telling you, Ole was still at United. Liverpool were top and flying. Man City were lurking, and Chelsea were getting their results, but they were getting lucky results, last minute goals. But now it's turned on its head.
Honourable mention to Arsenal. Arsenal will probably be back.
We're going to come. I'm telling you, we were killing them first. The first podcast, it was an Arsenal fest, and Arsenal fans must be looking at us and think like, we've got the last laugh. We're going to come to that anyway. But we're going to start off with a little touch on the game just a couple of hours ago, Man United versus Wolves. You look at it from a Liverpool supporter looking at Man United, Tobias, it just feels like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's the ghost. He's at Old Trafford, still working his magic, because that was a terrible performance.
Oh, still there. Nothing's changed. Same players. That hasn't changed much, bar the formation. Formation don't seem right for us. We can still talk about Donny not getting any minutes in his third manager now. Carrick was there for a couple of months, but Donny still can't get no minutes. Like, you got Cavani and Matic and Ronaldo playing 2 games in 3 days. Everything's a mess. But can't put in a cross. McTominay's still playing. He's the only one that just continues to play for it all is McTominay. And
100%. And what I was going to say before, you've got a serious fight on your hands now just to come forth. Where if we look back at the last few podcasts before we started, we thought Man United were going to be in a title race. Now, a strong title race. The players they've bought. Now you're seriously looking like you might have to even win the Champions League just to get into the top 4. That's what it's looking like.
Well, I was hoping new manager, hard reset. Nothing of that sort. I don't know. It's either the players are treating him as an interim. He can't do what he needs to do, or his hands are tied to a degree, because there's so many players there that can go. Then, if you're not playing them, just get rid. What are we doing?
Didn't he come in saying like, he's the right man to, not take over, but to guide Man United to the right path. It's like to say he already is already resigned to leaving at any time.
Well, he's coming like a German Bielsa. All the peers will talk highly of him, etc., etc. The proof is in the pudding at the minute. I'm like, that formation. If we play against Liverpool, Trent and Robbo with that formation,
we'll rip it apart.
Be absolutely criminal.
Look
how much space Wolves had there today. Joe Moutinho, how old is he? What, 36? 35, 36?
Yeah.
He was the best midfielder on the park.
He ran the game.
Ahead of, nowhere, McTominay's not on the same, planet as it. And we're not, come on. It's Joe Moutinho, not on the same planet. And that's without Neves. Their midfield was clearly better than ours. On paper and on the pitch. We can't be going into places where Wolves have a better midfield than Man United.
And all the money you've spent as well, we know Ole's gone, new managers come in. Personally, I think Man United have got a serious fight on their hands for the top 4. You always feel, when I watch Man United, last couple of weeks I've been saying, you know what, I still think Man United are actually favourites for 4th because of the squad. But looking at it now, is maybe the squad is not as good as we actually think it is. and
Yeah.
the players are not as good as we.
What's that competition that Tottenham just got kicked out of?
Europa Conference.
That one.
Yeah, that's very nice.
It'll be interesting if you get.
It's facts though, but that imagine Ronaldo's face. He'll be gone straight away.
I'm telling you, because it could happen. It's
if he's vexed at Greenwood not passing to him, do you know what I mean, and throwing his dummy out.
Nah, you know what? It's a mentality thing.
Fight for that.
It's a mentality thing from top to bottom. Like Harry as captain, Fletcher's sitting there still. Don't know what Fletcher's doing. Then you go through the team. In terms of like the characters are not there, the Rashfords, the Lingards,
100%.
We've got no Wan-Bissakas, the Shaws. They're not strong enough. They're not strong characters. None of them 100%. Are winners. Martial, these guys are just flaky.
100%.
Flaky, just so flaky. It's just horrible right now. Like started off the season, I wasn't convinced. Like I said, Ole's got no excuses. And obviously, he's progressed. That's all I could say. That's because that was the facts. But as a squad, never been a big fan of Harry Maguire, Wan-Bissaka. You're looking at throughout spine. Never been fans of McFred. Don't see how either of them work. Matic is aged now. You can still ball, but can you rely on him consistently? Like, forget Donny van der Beek. I'm sick of talking about him because just forget it. He might as well not play for us. We might as well just call Garner back on.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We've had conversations about Donny van der Beek before. Personally, I think he's just not good enough now. This is the third manager, still hasn't played him.
Bro,
he still can't get a game. He must be not good enough. In training, he must not show that he's Man United level. He can't be. Because it's a third manager now. And if you wanted to get the fans on your basically on your side, you would play Donny van der Beek because most of the fans are screaming for him. But if another manager's coming and like, no, I'm not.
You're screaming for him because
he must not be good enough.
Else has worked.
You're looking for that other piece.
Nothing else has worked. You know what I'm saying? They've all been terrible. We forget about Pogba. Pogba's still to come back. And to be fair, at the minute, Pogba will suit. The only player that will suit this formation the best would probably be Pogba in that left row. Do you know what I mean? Anyone else, it's not suiting. The system's not suiting no one.
And the thing is, I can't see United players getting any better. I can't look at any of them and say, yeah, you know what I mean, he's young and he's going to step up. There's going to be something about him. I can't see it in any of the young ones coming through there.
Well, you can say, come on, Greenwood, man. Put some respect in Greenwood's name. Greenwood's got ability.
Yeah. No. I don't know. Like I think Man United missed a trick without not getting Conte at Spurs.
Massively. But
you look at the difference with Conte with Spurs in 5 games. You've seen an instant response. You've seen a team that you can see it, the style of play, the implement his style, the strategy he's trying to put in straight away. Straight away.
But that's what you're expecting Ralph to do.
But it hasn't happened.
Nothing of the sports has happened. The squad, this is what I'm trying to say. It's something more. Obviously, Conte didn't suit because Conte is too abrasive. Conte will go out in the media and talk the whole truth. Do you know what I mean?
Basically, you're bored scared of someone like that then. That's what you're saying. It's not the player. You're bored scared.
Because they're scared of a proper football man.
Yeah.
They're not football men. They're scared of a proper football man that wants to win, that will do anything and everything in his power to win. That's it. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't care about the bread. He doesn't care about anything like the politics or whatever merchandise deals you've got going on. He couldn't care less about any of that. All he cares about is winning.
Yeah, he'll put it back on the board and bring those ones in the shadows out.
Like, you think he'd be sitting on all this money right now? Do you think he'd be sitting on the Van der Beeks and all the players that he has no interest in using it? I ain't got a problem if he ain't going to use them. Certain managers don't take certain players. That's not my issue. My issue is, why are we stockpiling these players? Like, a number of these players should have been sold ages ago. You got people like Lingard running down their contract, and you could have got 25 mil for him last year. Pogba running down his contract, should have shot it in for 3 years ago. Do you know what I mean? Matta's still there. Even down to Phil Jones. Phil Jones played well today, and you think to yourself, where's he been for 2 years?
He was excellent today, by the way.
Yeah, but like even down to him still being here, if you know what I mean. Matic, it's
But-
like.
But saying that, you were talking about Man United, but one team who's the complete opposite of what they're doing and what they have got the structure is Man City. You look at it, it's like, can anyone stop Man City? I'm talking about a long term. I look at this club, it's an absolute juggernaut. They've got the best squad, they've got unlimited funds. FFP, financial fair play, doesn't look like it works because Man City just spend.
I was way rounded, though, isn't it? You got good.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
So,
They've gone round it. So basically, there's no such thing as financial fair play, and you've got a manager who is an all-time great. He's a Ferguson level manager, who every player he gets, he improves them. And you're looking at it as well. You're looking at it's going to be tough for anyone just to stay with them. Liverpool competed with them for a couple of 2-3 seasons, and that Liverpool team between 2018 to 2020, I think is as good as any team the Premier League's ever produced. But it might go down as only winning one Premier League title because of this juggernaut of Man City.
Yeah,
no, you know what? I hear what you're saying. Man City, Pep, you can't deny them. Proofs in the pudding, isn't it? All the domestic trophies that they've won. It's trophy after trophy. You lot flaked. You lot had them. You lot were there on a par. You didn't build. You didn't improve your squad significantly with decent quality.
But Tobias, like if you look at, I know we've talked about it before, and you've said Liverpool have spent, and we have spent, and I 100% agree with you, we have spent. But what we're spending, we are shopping at H&M. Man City are shopping in Gucci every single. It's hard to compete with a team that's spending £100 million on players, and they're not even getting in the team. That if Liverpool spent £100 million on a player, that we have to build that team around him. That's what we're working with, and then you've got an elite super manager with unlimited funds. It is tough.
If you Man City don't buy the players that normally people buy, you know, like as Man United are doing at the minute, buying out every sort of ex-Galactico you can see. Do you know one of those movements? Like Dembele's there, all of a sudden Man United are interested. You wouldn't see City's name being linked with Dembele. Do you know what I mean? They don't go for the obvious player. Cancelo wasn't an obvious buy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
But you're saying that, yes, Cancelo, Laporte, Diaz, they're not, but they've cost a lot of money. And the thing is, even if they did go wrong, they can squat them away and bring in a couple of other players. What they've done with their fullbacks, with their goalkeepers.
Definitely bought wisely. But
but they have bought wisely. But they very quickly, if it hasn't worked, they've got rid of him. Remember the Bravo, the goalkeeper from Barcelona. He was there for a few months, squatted him away, bringing Edison.
Pep's had that vision. Pep's had that vision, right? He's seen the way Liverpool play. Yeah, no top man striker. Everyone up front can score. All of that. But what he's done is thought, okay, I can play with the best midfielders in the world. But what I'm going to do, and use them as strikers. But what I'm going to do is buy the best midfielders in the world to also play as strikers. So he's got 5 up front.
Like I said,
the man's bright.
I've talked about this before. Is that I think if Man City had a striker, I think it'd be a bit more of an even playing field. I think it's worse them not having a striker because the way they keep the football, they've basically got 6 controlling midfield players playing football. All of them are comfortable on the ball, bar Sterling, but Sterling gives them something different.
But they all can score. There's not many teams that you can say that your midfield is as strong as your front 3 or your front 2.
But the problem is with City, I realise why a 9 don't suit them because goal strikers, all they want to do is score.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Whereas you put a midfield up there and they will pass you to death. And when that chance opens up, like look at the Cavani. I'm using it because it's just fresh on the mind. Cavani chance today outside the box.
Yeah.
He's got Rashford. He's got Greenwood there on the right.
Mhm.
Just slot him in. City slot that in. They don't shoot from there.
Yeah.
That's the difference. You know what I mean? Striker mentality would look at the goal, see half of a goal, and want to shoot.
Hear the crowd.
City will just have
Pulling
players
trigger.
that are passing it and just darting arrows from everywhere. Do you know what I mean? It's unselfishness, and you add the number 9 in there, and it's selfish play.
And you look at their consistency. What they've won 11 games on the spin. The amount of goals they're scoring. Tobias, you're not really in the shot. Yeah. Literally 11 games on the spin. The amount of goals they're scoring. Even if I know African Cup of Nations have come up now, Mahrez is gone. It doesn't matter. You just look at the squad they can bring in. Their B team would have would be in a title race.
Yeah.
Their actual B squad. It is so hard to cope with them. You've basically got to be perfect. When we won the league, we were perfect, basically. I think we were like nearly 30-something games unbeaten.
Mm-hmm.
When we lost the league by a point, we lost one game. Yes, we drew a lot, but we lost one game.
But
It's
you drew
still
a lot.
one. Yeah, I know, Tobias, but it's still not good enough.
But
No,
the draws
no,
at the minute,
you
no,
can't.
Shaq.
No, it's not the draws, because if you look at
It's not the
great
draws.
the great Man United teams or the great Chelsea teams or the great Arsenal teams, none of them have got 96 points like Liverpool. None of them.
Forget
And none of them.
Shall I tell you why that sort of has no relevance? It's because you chase what's there, if you know what I mean. At that time, it was a great title race. You was gaining points and you was bouncing off each other, so you had to get to that point to sustain it. All that matters is getting enough points to win the league, whether you win it by 110 points or 50 points. Do you know what I mean? You've been to the point where managers are at that point where they're rest players because they're 9 points, 12 points ahead. When you don't have that luxury,
because I've
you
seen
keep the
title
levels
races
in
with Man United and Arsenal when it's gone down to the final game, with Chelsea and Man United going down to the final game. It has not been 90 plus points. It's not. That's what I'm saying. It's not been 90 plus points. The consistency of this Man City team, we have never seen in the Premier League history. We've never seen it, and we might say other teams have been better. The Man United 2010 team was crazy. The Chelsea team, the first 2 seasons under Jose Mourinho, the Invincibles under Arsenal. Yes, but the consistency of this team is ridiculous. You've got to be perfect to win a title. And if your levels drop, that's it. It's done.
Yeah, but you can't see it dropping though, can you?
No.
You can't see it dropping. Whoever they bring in, they have to hit the ground running.
Straight away.
At the start of the season, how many games did they lose? It's only at the start of the season, they lost 2 games in what, 4 or 5?
Yeah, but they always start slow, and you know.
Yeah,
but
this
the
is
thing is, Tobias. The thing is, Tobias.
This is a perfect cop out for you, man. You man that can sit there. No, listen. Let me finish. You man can sit there and say we had the greatest team ever, but the greatest team in the world or the world has ever seen was the reason we didn't win trophies. No, the reason that you didn't win trophies or you didn't sustain it is because you didn't invest properly.
I understand that we didn't invest, but even go on 906. Go on 906. Go on.
No, I'm saying there is that point because I can remember saying to Shaq a few seasons back, like, yeah, we need a new squad. And he was saying, no, who's going to come in? And how can you put the big boys at the back and everything else? And I'm thinking, no, but we should have some boys that were just ready to just come onto that pitch and say, look now. We should be looking at, I don't know, your Boca Juniors, your Bayern Munichs, your Real Madrids, anyone that can't get into that first squad is sitting on the bench, but you know they've got a bit of quality. We should be loading them in.
That's the difference between Man City.
No. That's the difference with City, rather than make do with Minamino and your mate Origi.
Yeah, but you're saying
for the next 3 weeks. That's what's going to happen, and we're going to accept it.
1906. What you're saying is that we're getting players from the Boca Juniors and blah blah blah. We don't need players like that now.
Oh,
we need players that are coming into the team. And if they're not coming into the team, they're putting serious pressure on the main players. And that's what I'm saying. So the Mane now, I love Mane. He's one of my favorite Liverpool players of all time, but he is peaking. He's peaking. He's on the slide. You can see it. You can watch Mane 2018, 2017 and watch him now. He's lost a half a yard. He will have great games and you'll have inconsistent games. Before he was just excellent all the time. Now we need to buy players that are seriously putting pressure on Mane, on Salah.
But that's what I'm saying. Loan them in January. We ain't gonna get no big buy in January. Loan them in January. Go save the big buy for September.
But this is what I'm saying about the cop out. I don't know how it's sort of you lot won the league and the Champions League. You guys should be looking at big boys. You shouldn't be looking at these. I know you love Jota. Jota scored goals for you, but even down to a Jota, like if you're going to replace Firmino, which is what Jota's done, you should be looking. You should have been looking bigger. You should be looking like
who?
You should have just been.
Liverpool don't buy. Liverpool make superstars. That's how we roll. We don't buy stars because we know we've looked at the blueprint of Man United. It doesn't work. No, so what we do, we have to buy players who we believe. A Klopp type of signing is a guy who is a very good player, room for growth, who is young, who can go on to the next step. That's what Klopp likes, and I don't mind that. So someone like a Rafinha or Pedro Neto, if he comes back, that type of player, that's what Liverpool who will go for, who got the ability to be world class. Now, someone like a Rafinha from Leeds now, that puts serious pressure on Mane, where even if Mane doesn't play, we don't care now. We don't care because we've got someone on a similar or somebody below him who's got the potential to be a top player.
Isn't that what Pep does, though?
100%. 100%. But the difference is with go on.
Pep might have spent 100 million on Grealish, but that's English tax. That's English tax for one, and another for two is because City want it. Any player that City want, add 10, 20 million.
Yeah, definitely.
100%.
Straight away, because it's like if PSG or now Newcastle want a player, add 10, 20 million on it. Because if they know that now it's going to happen to you guys in terms of you go for a certain standard of player, add 10, 20 million on it because now you're established. You've 100%. Got money, people see it, people want it.
Well, we'll see in the summer if Liverpool and Klopp are serious in a sense of everybody know now Liverpool need a rebuild in the summer, and we will see if they kick on or we're going to be that team who just fights for top four. Because if we don't have a rebuild, we're fighting for top four. And I think that's the reason why Salah hasn't signed his contract yet. He must be asking, what's the contingency plan now? Who is coming in? Because our team is getting older. It's on the verge of.
You think that should happen during this January? February?
You can't get the right players in January.
You can't get the right players in. You can't get that. You ain't getting no big names. That's what I'm saying. You ain't getting no big players in January. But what I am saying is those fringe players.
No. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, that's what. This is what. No. 1906. This is what Liverpool fans have been conditioned in. I don't want to see fringe players. I don't want to see Minaminos. I don't want to see Origis. I want to see players. No. I want to see players coming in straight into the team. Liverpool need to buy 4 players minimum, and they come straight in.
Are you happy to see Minamino and Origi for the next 3 weeks?
No, but you're not listening to what I'm saying. You're talking about fringe players.
Answer the question.
No, but you're not listening. No, your question is, I want to see fringe players. I don't want to see fringe players. I want to see Mane, Henderson, Keita, these men now being squad players. That's what I want to see. Or fighting to get in the team. That's what I want to see. I want to see players now. When we had that kick, when we bring in Fabinho and we bring in Alisson, and that took us and we won the Champions League and the league after. We need that now. We need players coming straight into the team. The team's too old. We're still playing James Milner. James Milner started off in the Klopp era in 2016. But I don't want to digress. I want to still stay on Man City, talking about, is this league coming like Bayern Munich and Juventus and Celtic when they won all these titles in a row? Is it coming like that? Because we're looking like we're in January and the season's over.
Yeah, season's over. I wouldn't say, every team has their day or their 5 years, or I don't know, half a decade or whatever. But yeah, it's just a period. It's a period of time. Someone else will catch up to City, and do you know what I mean? Someone else will buy out someone else. There'll be some money, and it will change again. It won't last long. I don't think it'll last that long.
Yeah, it will last. It will last for as long.
I think
it's gonna last for as long as Pep's there, isn't it?
100%. I'm just about to say the same thing.
No.
As long as Pep's there, it lasts.
How long would that be? Do you know what I mean? You can only see a couple more seasons in him.
And that's it. That's it. We're lucky now where we must be at the latter end of him being at City. And hopefully he pisses off and goes to Barcelona. International.
But why would he go to Barcelona? We've seen Pep's blueprint. Pep likes to pick the best squad first and then mold it and buy his players. That's what he's done. Barcelona team, Bayern's team, now Man City. Like if he went to a club like, say, AC Milan and turned them back into the AC Milan of the 90s, then he's certified if he can do that. But we've never seen, that's the only thing we haven't seen from Pep. Now, can he go to an AC Milan or Inter Milan and turn them into the Inter Milan or AC Milan of the 90s, where they were in Champions League quarterfinals, semi-finals, finals every year? And that's when we'll know if he is Alex Ferguson type, Bob Paisley, Shankly type manager. Build it from the ground up. That's the only thing you can say about Pep.
You know what the thing is with Pep though? He has got that Sir Alex sort of thing about him where the Champions League always seems to evade him. Bayern. Like he's won one. How many Champions Leagues he won? One?
He's won 2 with Barca.
Did he win 2 or 1?
Could be, People put in the comments if it's 1 or 2. I think it's 1. I think it's 2. I think it's 2.
I think it was 1.
I say 2.
I think it's 2. That team, I think it was 2. But go on.
Then he goes Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich should be thereabouts anytime in any history for Champions League.
Yeah, 100%.
Doesn't do it. So, and then he's come to Man City. How long has he been here? 6 years now? 6, 7 years?
Yeah, 6 years. Yeah, 6 years.
And not won the Champions League.
But if he does,
English football is like the perfect sucker for Pep. Do you know?
Yeah.
Like English football is heart, desire, push, run. Like no tactical nous. That's why he struggles in Europe. Because people. Whereas England, they chase the ball all day, chase the ball, and then be deflated after 10 minutes when they can't touch the ball. They've got no discipline. They lack the discipline.
But personally, I think at the moment it's a matter of time before they do win the Champions League. It might not be with Pep, but I do think that club's built. It's brewing to win the Champions League. I think PSG are far off, but Man City feel like they're going to win Champions League. So if they do win a Champions League with Pep, are we talking about what the best team, the Premier League era, of the accumulated of points they have got and the runs they go on, the football they play?
Forget the points. It equals out to titles, isn't it? It's titles, it's trophies.
Well, they've won 4. Though it looks like they're going to win 4 and 6.
Yeah,
that's basically Ferguson type.
That's like era dominance.
Yeah, that's a dynasty, whatever you want to call it.
I don't know. I don't think they're there yet, but yeah, a couple more seasons at it.
He's not there yet, but it's all about has he got another 15 years there?
No.
Has Pep got another 10 years there?
No, he's got another 3, 4
tops.
So within that 4 years, the thing is about Pep though, he wins multiple trophies. This is what I said about club and what I said about Liverpool. Like the problem with you guys, you've won singulars, and that team only ever won singulars. Forget the bloody club championship and all that. Forget all of them. But yeah, you won Champions League. Both great trophies to win. Can't deny anything else. But to be great teams, Man City have always won like domestic trebles.
100%. I think even Jamie Carragher talked about that. I think he didn't talk about Man City, but he said Liverpool need to be a bit like Chelsea, where every year they pick up a couple of trophies.
Something.
Yeah, 2 trophies: the League Cup and the FA Cup.
Yeah, and that's what I think. That's why I say that you guys sort of failed to sort of dominate, have that dominance, or even sort of have that challenge about you. Like the first time this year that club's been probably like as far in the League Cup in ages, isn't it?
Listen, I gave that cup up ages ago. I can't take that club seriously when other teams are taking it seriously and clubs playing the kids. So you think, you're stretching them out, you're giving them some appearances, that kind of thing. But I'm not ever looking at the end of that game for us to beat your full strength Bradfords or whoever we come to, because I know we're playing the kids. But this one here, for the next round against Arsenal, I'm thinking to myself, surely
No, you will. It's a semi-final.
You're going to play the first team. If we get comfortable, bring on those same kids. But if he plays the kids to start with against a firing Arsenal at the moment, we ain't got a chance.
No, he's going to play. He's going to play his full strength. I think what other clubs now and big clubs have realised, you have to. Any trophy right now
matters.
It matters because Man City are looking to clean everything up. Man City attack the League Cup every year. Yeah. They attack it and they play their top players. They attack it.
It's League Cup.
Yeah. So I think other clubs have realised. Other clubs have realised, like, we have to attack these cups now because Man City are taking them all.
But think about it. Only one team can win the league anyway. Yeah. So you've got to look domestically elsewhere. 100%. That's just big club snobbery, so to speak.
We haven't been doing it.
You can't really done it for years. When you ain't winning trophies.
So. Well, back in the day when I was a kid, FA Cup final used to be a big thing.
It used to be the show.
Brother, it used to start from like 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
Right.
Man, you see man in their suits.
Bruv,
you like when I was a kid, if we won the FA Cup, man's buzzing. That's like winning the league back in the day. FA Cup, you're buzzing.
Let's go to the playground the next day.
Why does the League Cup get like so much disrespect?
Because I don't know, it's this new generation and these people, even Europa League.
Well,
remember back in the day, Europa League used to be like that was a cup. Cup Winners' Cup back in the day, UEFA Cup Winners' Cup, that was a big trophy. When you won that, you were buzzing. That's like winning the league.
Yeah.
So the problem is because now it's not. It doesn't give you the financial gain that Champions League does. But it's not it's not going to give you that financial gain, is it? But it's a trophy. It's not for the financial gain of it all the time. It's about winning trophies, isn't it? It's about winning.
Everyone's doing fixture build-up. So it's like, there's a cup run, league run. What's more important? Hold on, relegation, middle table. Do you know what I mean? We're fighting for the top 4 and all that sort of rest players. I don't know. With Klopp, he's never taken that seriously. He's never taken any of those clubs seriously.
Well, he has to, but he's going to take it now. He has to because he realised Man City are taking everything. So you got to win something. And he knows now, I think cup competitions is the only way it looks like we're going to win now. You look at Liverpool style. Liverpool style reminds me of a good cup team who can beat. If we got Man City in the quarterfinals, I believe we'll beat them over 2 legs because of the way we play. If we were playing in the Champions League, just the goals, the cumulative goals.
I feel like Chelsea could beat them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and that's the thing. Like, I don't know. It will be dominant until Pep leaves. Pep clearly has got the league on lock.
Yeah,
100%.
Clearly, and
100%.
It's and so we're all scrambling until that point. Some of us are scrambling on a higher level, where my team is hitting 20 resets a fucking year. It looks like it. Absolute shambles.
Oh, mate.
Absolute shambles.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. So can anybody stop Man City? We'll see by the end of the season. We'll sort of go on to the mid-season team of the season, team of the year so far. I've put one up. Now I'm going to show you, and I'm going to see if you man agree with it and see who you would put in. Now, so I'm going to put it up. So I've got Ramsdale in goal, Alexander-Arnold, Diaz, Rudiger, Cancelo, Conor Gallagher, Declan Rice, Bernardo Silva, Salah, Jota, and Saka. Why so silent?
I see Ramsdale in there.
The thing is, you got to look at it. Ramsdale.
I see Jota up top. I'm not having Jota up top. I'm sorry.
So who's all right? So let's go through the Ramsdale. We look at the goal because I think the Wolves goalkeeper's been good.
Yeah,
It's
Sarr's
been
been very
excellent.
good.
But
Yeah.
Ramsdale for 30 million, that was a laughing stock. When we
Yeah,
saw
it was
that,
laughing.
everyone
Yeah,
was
laughing.
busting up. But Ramsdale has done the thing. You can't deny him.
No, you
He's
can't.
been
You can't.
outstanding.
I think it's just been bad shots at him rather than his
No.
brilliance.
He's pulled
No,
up
he's
some
done well.
worldies.
He's done well.
He's done well. He's been good with his feet. I think he's elevated them to a team where they could seriously think about getting top 4. Seriously.
Absolutely.
Maybe even favourites right now, the way they're playing.
I don't know.
For top 4.
I don't know. Let it
Sure.
play out. You see,
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Arsenal showed you a glimpse of what Arsenal is still all about, if you know what I mean. They will capitulate. Like that game against City was basically 2 errors cost them the game. Was that a pen? For me, it was a pen. I'm sorry. For me, was Edison?
I think both were pens. I think Odegaard one that's a penalty as well, and I think I think Xhaka it was a pen.
Yeah,
that's a pen. Shocking you to say it's a pen. I think that was a blatant pen, and I think Xhaka. That's just what Xhaka does. It's stupid. It even
Xhaka's was a pen because that was just bait. Like, I don't know about Edison's. I'm sorry, I don't know. I think because I just think if you sort of put that tackle outside the box and you slide and you sort of get a bit of the get a bit of the ankle or a bit of the foot as well as the ball. Where are we going? Do you know what I mean?
It's a foul. You went through the
It's
player.
not a foul, man. Like you throw everything down against I don't know.
That's a foul. All right, so you go over the team this season. What would you change? So I've got Ramsdale, Trent, Diaz, Rudiger, Cancelo, Rice, Gallagher, Bernardo Silva, Salah, Jota, and Saka.
Rudiger. It's only recently Rudiger's been all over the shop, hasn't he? So,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I think Rudiger overall has been really good.
Yeah, but then you can say Trent recently has been a bit.
Well, that's just Trent. This is one game, mate. Trent's been outrageous.
Couple of games. I'm giving an example that if you can say Rudiger, you can say Trent.
Okay, so who would you have then? So who would you change then?
I was looking at him. I'm trying to change Jota. I know that at least. I'm trying to.
But who? This is what I'm saying. Jota's played up front, second top goal scorer behind Salah in the whole league.
Yes,
tell me a striker, a number 9 has been better than Jota. Jota's goals have been outstanding. He's only Salah scored more goals than Jota. So I was going to have Ronaldo. I was thinking about Ronaldo. Ronaldo was close, in my opinion.
But Ronaldo's more been in Europe, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying. But he's still got 8 goals in the league, and he's still got his goals in the Champions League.
Why Saka? How many has he put away?
No, but I'm saying every time I watch Saka, he's just been outstanding. I was going to have Foden.
I was going to say Foden.
Over Saka all day long.
Mahrez has been decent.
He has been good, especially in the Champions League.
Mahrez is like City's top goal scorer, I'm sure.
Yeah, he is. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. That yeah, but I think Declan Rice has been outstanding.
I don't know.
I think he's been outstanding.
I think we're playing off. I think sometimes we sort of go off. We want to be different in terms of adding Rice. I think Rice has been. I think he's been alright, but has he been any better than Rodri? I wouldn't say that.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's a toss up. I think Conor Gallagher has been outstanding. I think
I'll put Conor in there all day.
I think he has to be in there. Bernardo Silva's been the best midfield player in the Premier League.
Yeah,
but it's a few like Trent. I think Reece James could have got easily. Tomiyasu for Arsenal's been excellent. As a defensive as a more defensive minded,
more defensive player. He showed endeavour.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's made them more solid.
He looks hungry. Like Arsenal, it brought in men that are hungry. To be fair, these men look. These signings look hungry. And the fuming thing for me is the 2 players that I thought sort of don't work well with them is Aubameyang and Pepe, and now he's figured out that they're not part of his better team.
They're dead.
Lacazette was always a better all-round player.
Well, we've said that for years. I mean, Arsenal fans used to kill me. I said Lacazette's a better player. His all-round game. When I watch Aubameyang, if he doesn't score, it's like playing with 10 men. And
But
I can see.
that's what I say about Jota sometimes, though.
Nah, Jota's work rate. Jota's work
I
rate.
don't know,
He's a pressing machine, mate.
I think Jota's
Nah,
very similar.
he can't because he has to. If he doesn't score, he has to work hard. That's what Klopp gives, and I think that's what Jota gives. And he gives. That's my opinion. I think his pressing is really, really good. I think his gameplay can be better in the sense of link up play, but I think that will get better. I think personally that will get better. I think he will take over from.
If you put in those stats in that you've got on Joe, he has to be in there, really.
Yeah, 100%.
Saka out.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That could be Foden.
Foden in.
Foden.
Yeah, you could put Foden in that Jota space, man. You got goals with Salah.
No.
You
can't. Foden ain't got as much goals as Jota.
Who's going to be the manager? The manager's going to be Pep.
No, the manager's Arteta, mate. Manager of the season, Arteta. If he comes fourth, manager of the season is Arteta. We were killing him. Arteta has to. If he comes fourth,
first to go.
If Arteta comes fourth and wins the Carabao Cup, he is manager of the season. Imagine this football's crazy.
Legend.
Football is crazy.
Absolutely crazy. And all them kind of things.
Shaq 2 weeks ago, I think at the start of December, top of the league, the red machine and all that. Now he's talking about can anyone stop City? This is nuts.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Well, we've talked about
an opinion on football is even worse because he was sway like that as well.
Oh, mate. But yeah, that's the team this season. All right, let's go on to like awards. If you was going to do the awards now, who's player of the year so far for you?
Player of the year? Salah.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Salah.
Yeah, 100%. 906, you feel like you can think about someone else.
No, I was trying because it's obvious it's Salah. I was thinking, is anyone matching him? No,
he's ridiculous. The goals he scored are ridiculous.
I was trying to think of anyone else.
Well, there is someone close behind him. It's Silva for me.
Yeah, Bernardo Silva's been excellent.
Mm-hmm.
He's been excellent. Yeah, I'd say he's a close second. Second. All right, manager of the season.
Pep. You can't talk
906.
You can't talk everything that you've been talking about Pep and the greatest team ever, and you don't put Pep as the guy. You know what I mean?
I don't want to.
906.
I want to say Arteta.
But Arteta's close second.
Thomas Frank.
It has to be Pep. He's just keeping the engine oiled, isn't he?
Thomas Frank. The Brentford manager.
Nah, you know, I might give it to if it was another one as well. Vieira at Crystal Palace. If you look at what he's done, that team was old. He had about 7-8 man leaving. He's bringing basically a brand new team.
But he wins 3-0 or he loses 4-0.
Yeah, but I know. But what he had to do is basically a rebuild, and people were basically had the knives out for him already. They were expecting him to flop.
I have to admit, if I was doing the pools, I'd be like draws and losses on Palace.
No, I do.
You know what I mean?
I think they play good football.
They do, but I don't know. It's just I don't know the end results. I just don't think.
Yeah, but where Palace are, that's where Palace fans will take between 10th and 12th.
They best take
we play good.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Play good football and play good football as well. Exciting football. It's not like dinosaur football under Roy Hodgson where everybody's behind the ball. They do have a go.
Why are they not looking to get into Europe? That's what I'm saying.
But everyone's looking to get into Europe, though.
But what I'm saying is, it's not on the march like Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? It's like
but Arsenal are a big club.
So that's why I can't really say.
Hold on a minute. Should Moyes be in the shout for manager of the year then?
Yeah, he's been excellent. Another one. I think if West Ham were fourth right now, I would have said definitely. Yeah. But they've had a bit of a dip, but they've come back again and won a couple of games on the spin. But yeah, he could easily be manager of the season. All right. Best signing of the season.
Lukaku, just for his interview the other day.
I didn't hear his interview. I heard it on the radio. What he had said. I didn't actually come out, and I was like, "What?
Where did that come from?" He just started talking to things like he just went in.
What a guy!
Absolute legend.
Guy. What do you do now? Come on. I think we've got to spend a couple of minutes on this. What do you do with that now? If
What I'm hearing, there's an apology needed.
yeah, but if you're a manager now, or if that's one of your players, what are you saying? Do you want to see him again? Especially if you're not saying now that I heard rumors today that he wants to link up with Conte again at Tottenham.
You know what? I think it's a business. I think you use him to the end of the season, and if you can try and get another striker, you get a striker in.
Yeah, if he's kicking that formation and the man's just seeing football every now and again, he's out in the summer.
I think you keep it to the end of the season. If he can win you a Champions League or get you close to the league or whatever, and then if you can try and get a Haaland in or another striker and then shot him, I think it's time. You've got to use him. They've got to use each other.
Have we accepted now that Lukaku wasn't the truth?
Well, we thought to be. No, I think Lukaku's still good. I think still one of the better strikers in this league. But I don't think the way people are going on, like we're seeing prime Brazilian Ronaldo. This is we're seeing a guy who will score
Adriano
goals.
just come back from the favelas, mate.
I'm telling you, but that's a mad one with Lukaku. I think he's there to end the season. I think they will shot him because Abramovich don't play. That's why I love Abramovich. He will squat him away very quickly. Absolute legend.
What is wrong with him? Where's he going? He's still too. Yeah, I would have went City.
Pep was like, what?
You open the door there then.
Not my City.
Bristol.
You got to be wanted by these clubs first. What's he going about?
1906.
Who was that player? Who was that player that turned up at a club? Was it Palace or something?
No, it was
Southampton.
No, Odinwingie. What deadline day?
Odinwingie. That was at QPR.
Odinwingie, man.
What a guy! And they shut the door.
Listen, what is he talking about? We can't make a deal.
Oh, God.
What is he doing? Quality. Only the African players do them moves there.
That's what you call forcing a move.
Wasn't there a player playing for a Belgian side? I can't remember which one it was. And he's gone to, who did he go to? Was it a Russian side, Spartak or something? And to push a move, he wore the rival's jersey to training.
Stop it.
Imagine Mane turning up at your training ground with a Man United top on. And he doesn't even want to go United, you know. He wanted to go some playoff team somewhere.
Just making a point.
Yeah. Just
mad. 1906. Your player of the season, not player of the season. Signing of the season so far.
Oh, tricky one. I'm thinking.
I'm gonna go for the Wolves goalkeeper. I think he's been good. Or Ramsdale. 30 million so far. But the Wolves goalkeeper is very good goalkeeper. He's very good. Especially they lost a good goalkeeper.
Yeah,
a top goalkeeper. Top goalkeeper.
Do you know what? For me, being a defender and everything else, and watching someone grow, I'm thinking.
Don't tell me he's gonna say Konate. Fuck.
No, if he says Konate,
fuck off.
I'm gonna fly down that street now.
I love Konate, but come on, man. Out of the box. Come on.
Give him a chance.
No.
Give him a chance.
Who did he get waved by?
I've seen him put people in his pocket. I've seen him put Ronaldo in his pocket.
Personally, 1906. I think Konate. No, I think Konate's ready now. I've watched him now.
I think he was a really good buy. I'm gonna go with him. I know you can't see it, but I'm gonna go for it.
I think he's been excellent, and I think Klopp's in a predicament where I think he needs to play now. I think he's proved certain games against Chelsea was excellent. Van Dijk was the one who wasn't good.
Matip hasn't put a foot wrong now.
No, but that's the thing. I know Matip hasn't put a foot wrong. He's never going to drop Van Dijk. So, but Konate looks like he's one of them young players now who needs a run in the team. He needs a run in the team, and he looks good.
Bring me in. I even see him pointing at telling Van Dijk about he should be marking man and all them kind of thing. I'm like, the boy's grabbing the We've got some
think he's
cojones.
I think he's
got
going to be
cojones on him.
I think he's going to be a top defender. I don't think he's signing the season, but I think he's going to be a top defender. I've gone for the Wolves goalkeeper. I think he's been outstanding, especially where they've conceded hardly no goals. I know they don't score.
Yeah,
and he's been a part of it. He's been excellent. He's been outstanding. All right, the most disappointing signing of the season so far?
Oh gosh,
Sancho.
Yeah.
Sancho's got to be the most
Sancho.
disappointing.
Grealish as well.
Grealish as well. For me, as a United fan, he's definitely Sancho.
Yeah, Sancho.
He
hasn't shown anything. Yeah,
and
he hasn't shown anything.
I thought Grealish would have been able to take his flair and everything else over with him just standard. But
I didn't.
You know what it is with Grealish?
He struggled that much.
It's the mentality. If you're not getting down with Pep's mentality, you're not staying.
Yeah.
Grealish looks like he'd have been ideal for Man United.
Imagine personality.
Playboy.
Yeah.
Just wanting the
you know, like a Berbatov.
All these Man United players, should be ashamed of themselves. They're living off other people's hard work, They're living off like Rio's, Vidic's, Evra's, all these men's hard work. They're just there living the limelight of being a Man United player. They are absolutely atrocious.
1906, it feels like Liverpool, where he had the way he's talking. They're like the players back in the day we had. Tobias is feeling it. He's feeling it.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
It's your time now.
Yeah. It's my time.
And every team goes through it. Every team
goes through it.
We just said it hard. We said it hard. Every one we got was just shite.
But going back to Sancho, yeah, he's disappointed me. I knew it was going to take time for him to adapt, but I thought you would see flashes. I've not seen anything. He doesn't look quick. Doesn't look fit. Doesn't look like he can press. It looks like if he doesn't get the ball, he's not going to give you anything.
Doesn't give you anything. So many lazy passes. So lazy. The whole team's been culpable for that though. So lazy in everything that they do. In the passes that they do, 10 5-yard passes, it's just lazy. How many times we give the ball away? Not even today, because we didn't have the ball enough today to lose it. But against Burnley, the amount of times we lost the ball within the first 15 minutes, I was just like, this is criminal. These are meant to be top class players.
Ridiculous.
Can't pass water.
But yeah, Sancho, Grealish have been disappointed. Maybe worst signings of the season.
And Leon Bailey as well.
Yeah, I expected more from Bailey. I expected more from Danny Ings as well. I thought Danny Ings was well. But Leon Bailey just. But the thing is, difference with Leon Bailey, you've seen flashes. His problem has been injuries. You've seen him do bits when he has played. But Sancho's just gave you nothing. Even to an extent, Grealish has shown little bits of flashes of quality.
Do you think?
What I think he has, especially Champions League. But Sancho's shown me nothing. Literally nothing.
Who's the?
It looks like he could get dragged off at half-time every game he plays.
Doesn't seem like he can cross. Doesn't seem like he can shoot. He's got no intricacy about it. He just looks basic.
He does. He looks like a basic
I might
winger.
get this one wrong. I might have got this one wrong. But who is it that went from United to Everton? Playing out wide. Was he there? Was he?
That was Arsenal. Iwobi.
No. Oh gosh, white player. Oh,
Poborski. He's going back them times.
Well, you talking about old school or recent?
No. I'm talking about from last season to this season. I'm talking about a new buy. There's someone that wasn't getting in the squad at United.
No, James went Leeds. We ain't no wide player. We ain't got no wide player.
Is it James?
James
went Leeds.
Was that last season?
No, that was the start of this season.
Start of this season.
Yeah, to Leeds though, not Everton.
Yeah, sorry, not Everton. Yeah, but he again, it's like I don't know. Whenever I see him come on, he comes off.
Yeah, but I think he's done. He just works hard, but no one expected anything from Daniel.
No, but that's what I'm saying. He's an absolute shit guy.
Yeah, but we didn't expect anything from him. But we expected bits from Grealish and Sancho. Definitely
True.
Right. Worst player of the season so far.
Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire.
Wow, he's a bad centre half, terrible centre half. You look, Phil Jones played today. He ain't played for 2 years, and I don't think Harry Maguire's had a performance like that in his whole Man United career. I think Phil Jones was excellent for 2 years out to come in like that against a tough side, against Wolves, against Jimenez. He had Jimenez in his back pocket.
Difference is Phil Jones has won trophies, man.
Yeah, he's a leader. He's a winner.
It's mentality, man. You say what you want about him, man. He's won
Who
trophies.
would have thought? How much did Phil Jones cost? I mean, where did he come from? Give me his history.
30 mil Blackburn.
30 mil Blackburn.
Yeah, and I remember, when Big Sam had him at Blackburn, watching him in the centre midfield.
And the brother
I think he was against Chelsea or something like that. And he bossed that midfield. I thought he was going to be a baller.
But injuries have killed him. He's not like he's a bad player, but injuries have killed him.
Yeah. Injuries and memes have killed him.
Yeah, because he dies for the cause. He's like a poor man's John Terry, isn't he? He'll die for the cause, isn't it?
Yeah.
But he's not a bad player.
No.
It's just injuries have just killed his
But he
career.
should have been better than what he was. He's like the
100%.
white Michael Richards.
Yeah, 100%. But guys, follow us on Twitter. See it down below. We're going to be back regularly. Hopefully, we'll have another show during the week. We're going to have another show during the week. Tobias, 1906, you got anything else to say?
I'm just saying I'm not looking forward to the next couple of weeks, to be honest.
Can't we go on another break again or what? Come back when Man U start winning.
Come back. Man United might be top.
Yeah.
Arsenal.
If Arsenal go top, I'm not coming back on here.
Well, football is a funny old game, you know. We started off, we were killing Arsenal. Look at them now, you know.
Wow.
I still believe Arteta's not the right man for the job. He's going to be the middle guy, and I think a new manager will take over, and there'll be a good side.
You know, and I know, then Arsenal lose 2 games on the bounce, and it's Arteta out. You know that coming from them terraces, Arteta
100%.
out.
Man, they're still Arteta right now. They're keeping with the same energy still. They might, you know what? Arteta could be doing the Ole. He could be doing the Ole, you know. Hopefully he's doing the Ole.
All right, guys. We are the Real Talk Football TV. Look for us for another show during the week, and we are out.